What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Alex Reviews. So, today, yesterday, which I'm recording this on Wednesday, December 28th, which means I saw this yesterday, which is Tuesday, December 27th, I went and saw Sing. Yeah, I could have saw Fantastic Beasts or Rogue One, or any other movie that's out, like Passenger, but, I decided to go see Sing for some reason, and, yeah, it wasn't quite as good as I was so hyped up for. This was the movie that I was hyped up for this year. I wanted to see Sing, man. I love musicals. I love music, too. I love everything about it. This movie did not hit the marks that I wanted it to hit. Anyways, before we get right into this review, let me say something here. So, Remy and I, we're starting a reaction thing called Rockin' the Reaction Boat. So comment some videos or some, like, just random topics of stuff for us to, react to. We've already recorded 3 episodes of this, and, we're gonna edit it, and we're not gonna be showing our faces, it's just gonna be us talking about a video that we're reacting to. Mostly one of us have seen it, but comment some stuff down for us to both have a fresh reaction to. They're interesting, and we like recording them, and, it just gets other people involved in the channel besides me. Because I know people call me a little bit unenthusiastic. I think I'm enthusiastic, because I love doing these videos, but some people think I'm not, so I'll bring some other people onto the channel, and he's really the first one besides the people that did my French Revolution project. So, let's hop right into this review of Sing by Illumination Studios. The same people that did the Despicable Me stuff, they did Minions, they did Secret Life of Pets, a couple other movies. They're not the best animation company in the world, but we'll hop right into this review. This is directed by Garth Jennings, who's never directed an animated film before, which I thought was very interesting. But he did direct at least 2 movies before, Son of Rambo and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I've seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it was decent, pretty good. I enjoyed it for the most part. Kind of how I feel about this movie. It had some problems, but it was good overall. And I've never seen Son of Rambo, but I've heard that it was really good. So this guy's got a little bit of a track record. He's also did music videos in the past. But straight on to the movie. So this movie is about this dude named Buster Moon, voiced by Matthew McConaughey, and he's hosting the singing competition for everyone to come to because the theater is dying. And so that's the basic plot of this story. And it is one of the most unfocused movies that I've seen this year. At least with Arrival, it was badly paced, but at least it had a focus. But we'll get into that. The originality of the film. It's a fairly original concept. Of course, I know that reality TV shows is not for everyone. I enjoyed American Idol, because, I don't know, I just enjoy something about competitions. Put everyone in a room and let them fight, and there's going to be a winner. And that's interesting to me. So, stuff like that kind of appealed to me, and this is why this movie appealed to me. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. The predictability of this film. This film is pretty cut and paste. Fairly predictable film. You know basically what's going to happen, at least in the main plot, and in several of the other... Well, I guess there really is no main plot, because there are 6 main plots in this film, or at least that's what the people want us to think. That's what Garth Jennings wants us to think. He wants us to think that there are 6 main plots, and there's like 2 other side plots. And I don't like films that have, just like in TV shows, I'm not a big fan of these side plots things that get connected into the episode. If it's like a season finale or a season premiere or something, then I might stand it, but I don't like the intertwining of things. But they don't really intertwine in this, so it makes it even more unfocused than it already is. And we'll get to that when we get to another topic, but 1 out of 5 on the predictability. This is cut and paste, for the most part, on most of these topics. The characters of the film. Now, here's the problem. They don't have that many characters, but then they do. Like, they have about, like, characters that have more than 2 to 3 lines. They have about 8 or 9 characters. Except they want to make 7 of those characters main characters. I can name you all of the main characters. Buster's a main character. Miss Crawley... Okay, no, Miss Crawley's a side character, but, Buster's a main character, Johnny's a main character, Rosita's a main character, Mike's a main character, Mina's a main character, they're trying to make Eddie a main character, and Ash is a main character. That's 7 main characters that they have, and it works if the characters are more dynamic, but when half of them suck, like, the only people that I cared about were Johnny, Ash, and a little bit for Buster, and a tiny bit for Mina, and a tiny bit for Rosita. Also, I liked how the trailers of this film, they spoiled it, making Mina the best singer. Like, if they were going to have this type of movie, I wouldn't think that they would try and make someone a better singer than everyone else, but they're so obviously going for Mina is the best singer in this whole thing. And then, They forget about the contest completely. But I only care for Ash and Johnny. Scarlett Johansson does an amazing job as this teenager who just broke up with her boyfriend because her boyfriend was cheating on her, and she's supposed to be doing this like pop princess type deal, but she just wants to rock out, and so she writes her own song, and it's awesome. Set It All Free is my favorite song of the whole soundtrack for this movie. I love that song. Got it on repeat a lot, but and then Johnny, he is the son of a gang leader, and that he wants to sing, and it's kind of cut and paste story. But I like Johnny's character. Taron Egerton does a really good job as this monkey that tries to break out of his shell or break out of his family's life. But the trailers for this movie really wanted to play up that Johnny and Rosita were the main characters. Mike and Buster had more screen time than Johnny and Rosita combined. I did not expect Buster to be the main character of this film. I thought, okay, this dude's just going to host the contest, we're going to find out the backstory of this, we're going to find out about this theater, but that's it. That's all that he's going to be there for. He's just going to be a host. He's going to be the Ryan Seacrest. But, nope, he's the main character of this film. Why? Who knows? The trailers wanted to play up like Rosita's going to be the main character, but no, she has like 3 segments of about 2 minutes. They feel like 30 because this film drags on forever, but she only has like 3 segments by herself with her and looking at her problems. Buster and Mike have way more screen time, and I don't even like Mike. So there goes like 25 minutes of this feeling like, which feels like an hour or 2 of this, like, feeling like 4-hour film when it's only about an hour 50. So, half of the characters work, half of them don't. I'm giving this a 5 out of 10 for the characters. The moral of the film. This film has a pretty good moral. I know I skipped story and plot. I'm going to come back to that. But this has a good moral, well, several morals, in fact. Every single of these main characters have morals, and they work for the most part. They don't fail teaching the morals. I'm not going to go through them all. You can find them out from either other reviews or from watching the film for yourself. But they provide good life lessons. The story and the plot of the film. Again, this is a really cut and paste story and plot. It's okay. It's about saving a theater. We've seen that done plenty of times before. I like it, though, because, again, it has to do with theater. There's also a singing competition going on, which I do like. I think it's a little bit original, and I think, well, for a movie about animals, it's pretty original. It's got a good story and plot. It's just kind of cut and paste. But my problem with the story and the plot is that there are 7 different story and plots going on at the same time. There are 7 people that have a storyline. You can't do that. Well, I mean, I guess you can, but that's hard to do correctly. And I've rarely seen it be done correctly. Imagine if in The Hateful Eight, every single character had their own little backstory, just like Samuel L. Jackson's character kind of did. We didn't even get too much on him. You don't have to tell every single little thing about every single character that you want to make in this little competition. I guess they were trying to make it more like a reality show, but if they were trying to do that, then they would have just gone with the segment things that take about 3 minutes. Not these long explanations into these people's lives and looking in, oh look, Mike, this selfish douchebag, he's gonna, like, play poker with these Russian bears, and then he's gonna cheat, and oh no, he's getting chased with his girlfriend that no one cares about. It's really stupid. So I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 10. It's good for the most part, but it just gets way too lost up in its own thing. Next up, the animation of the film. Now, I always think that Illumination has weird animation, but I can tell that this is an Illumination film. It does not look like Disney at all. Only problem I have with the animation is that they, like, copy and pasted the yak and the crocodile a ton. I saw them everywhere in this film. They were both in jail. They were both at that restaurant that Buster and Eddie were at. They were, like, everywhere in this film. Is it or will it be dated? This film, the only reason I could see it being dated is because some of the songs are dated. Otherwise, the story's kind of timeless. 8 out of 10 for the is it or will it be dated. The pacing of this film. Again, this is a problem I have. This and Arrival are two of the worst paced films that I've ever seen. Now, with Arrival, it's just slow as shit. This film, and then it picks up at the end. This film never picks up. The beginning segment that is like 15 minutes feels like it's an hour. Like, I thought I was nearly done with the movie a fourth of the way into it. And nope. Everyone keeps going up and down. So, like, everyone's story at the exact same time goes up. So, like, something good happens to Johnny, Rosita, Ash, and we have to see every single part of it. And then boom, it goes down again. But then it keeps going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, until the final up, where it's really up, and then that's the end. They end it at the top. But it takes forever to get there. You have to go through like 100 of these. It's really, really, really badly paced. A 1 out of 5 for the pacing. The impact of this film. Man, I was hoping to feel some impact for Buster when he lost his theater. But what he did after he lost his theater was not, it made me lose most of the impact that I had for that thing that happened to him. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. He just goes off and cries, and then he ticks off Mina, which he shouldn't have done because that was fucking stupid. He had nothing was wrong with her. So 4 out of 10 for the impact. I felt a little bit for little people like Johnny. Johnny had nothing happen to him, and you kind of feel bad for the guy. But and Ash, she got dumped by her boyfriend, not on her own accord. I feel bad for her, man. But yeah, some people are just. I can't feel any sympathy for Seth MacFarlane, and I don't know why they got Seth MacFarlane to do this. It's basically just Seth MacFarlane playing fucking Peter Griffin, except no swearing. That's the only difference. Not even Peter Griffin, more like Peter's dad, but from Family Guy. But besides that, now I'm gonna take out Does It Hit the Target Audience and Beyond and replace it with singing, because this film is about singing. I mean, hell, look at the title. So, my thing is, I was going to give this a 10 with the Does It Hit the Target Audience and Beyond, because it did. But I decided to put this here because it also is a 10. I give the singing a 10 out of 10. The singing is so amazing in this. When I saw the cast for this, I already knew it was going to be great. I knew Scarlett Johansson could sing. I knew Tori Kelly would sing. I'm shocked more people don't know Tori Kelly. I thought everyone knew who Tori Kelly was, but apparently they don't. I thought I knew Taron Egerton could sing, and boy, he's probably the best singer that there was. I knew Seth MacFarlane could sing, even though I don't like him that much. And I knew that, I knew McConaughey could sing, too. I've heard him sing before, even though he doesn't sing in this film. No, I didn't really know that Reese Witherspoon could sing, but I figured that she could, because, I mean, they're not going to bring someone bad onto this thing. So, 10 out of 10 on the singing. Does a really good job. The relatability of the film. This is a relatable film, despite it's pretty cliche characters, and normally with cliche characters, you can relate to them for the most part, unless they're written terribly. Hell, you can even relate to Seth MacFarlane. He's just this, like, smooth, like, yeah, look at me, I got all the money, I found the girl, but, he gets caught, so he's a relatable character. 10 out of 10. And finally, the voice acting. There's a long... This was celebrity, like... This is celebrity heaven here. And I'm not saying that I like every single person. I do, for the most part, like most of these people. But like Seth MacFarlane, I don't really like him. And some of these other people, I'm about to go through who all was in this film. Taron Egerton played Johnny. Matthew McConaughey played Buster Moon. Reese Witherspoon played Rosita. Seth MacFarlane played Mike. Tori Kelly played Mina. Scarlett Johansson played Ash. John C. Reilly played Eddie. Leslie Jones played Mina's mom. Jay Farrow played Mina's grandpa. Nick Offerman played Rosita's husband. Jennifer Saunders plays Nana. Nick Kroll plays Gunther. And Tara Strong, who's probably my favorite voice actress, does something. I don't know, she plays like an extra role or something. I bet she did those little anime girls that were in there. There was like these 5, I don't know if they were Japanese or Korean, and they just like sang either a K-pop or like a Japanese song, and I laughed every time because it sounded just like an anime opening, and I find those funny for some reason. Because, I don't know, they're just really stupid. And it was really random and out of place. But it was out of place where it was funny. And, I mean, it was funny. It was funny. I laughed. That was about the only really big joke that they had in there. And it was a running gag. So, it happened several times. But, and it was an okay film on comedy. I heard some kids laughing at some stupid stuff. Like, they had this one fart joke in there that they let go for, like, a whole minute. And it was really boring to me, but kids were laughing. It was a fairly comedic film. So some things got chuckles out of me and some laughs like that. But all of these voice actors do a good job, except for a couple people that don't hide their voice at all. Like Nick Kroll, he hides his voice really well. You can't tell that as Nick Kroll. Nick Offerman, he hides his voice really well. Jay Farrow, he doesn't hide his voice. Like, I could tell that's Jay Farrow trying to be this character. I could tell that Jay Farrow is Jay Farrow. McConaughey does a good job hiding his voice. Witherspoon, when she's talking, I can tell that it's her. Egerton, again, talking, I can tell that it's him. Kelly, I could not tell Tori Kelly. So she did a good job. MacFarlane sounds just like every other MacFarlane. I didn't know that John C. Reilly, he kind of hid his voice a little bit. I sensed like, is this John C. Reilly? Because I kind of forgot the cast. And I was like, yeah, that's John C. Reilly. After a little bit. But yeah, they do a good job hiding their voice. But they do a good job voice acting and singing. Like I said, all these people are amazing singers. And I don't hate Seth MacFarlane no matter how much I've ranted about him in this review already. But, I don't know, he's just kind of there. I just don't like Family Guy. That's my thing. Ever since this last few seasons, I just cannot back him on what he does. But, anyways, so Sing overall gets a 7.7 out of 10. I have no clue how long this review was. It was probably really long, and I did not mean it to be that way. I probably droned on like they did in Sing. This is terribly paced. If you're going to go into this film expecting a wonderfully paced film with perfection all over, you're going to be very disappointed like I was. But it's not a bad film. It's a good film. My average is like 7.5, so it's a 7.7. It's a little bit above average. It's an above average film. That's really all I can say about it. It's really above average. If you're looking at going for the singing, the middle might be boring to you, but the end is going to be fantastic. Again, Set It All Free by Scarlett Johansson, who plays Ash. That's an amazing song. Not quite as good as Disney's How Far I'll Go, but It's up there with songs like You're Welcome, like the other songs from Moana. The rest of the songs, they're a little bit below, but they're mostly covers of pop songs, and they do a good job, like Reese Witherspoon does Shake It Off. Good overall movie. So, if you like that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell beside it so you never miss a Lee Disney Nerd video and so you never unsubscribe. Comment stuff for us to react to, and comment what you thought on Sing, if you've seen it already. Did I miss something that you liked, or something that I said wrong or something? Because I know I've said wrong things before. Apparently I said something wrong in my Home Alone review with the Dragon Critic. But go check that out too. But send him some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. Just hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment below what you want us to react to. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.